Welcome back, guys. So, yes, I'm wearing shades because I just returned from walking my dog and I'm too lazy to take them off. Sorry. Anyway, I wanted to share an interesting anecdote with you guys, and it's just related to neurodivergence. And to be specific, it's basically what you should do, regardless if you're neurodivergent or not, if you have a friend who's struggling with a tricky situation and you notice they're really anxious or something, and in particular, if you know they're neurodivergent, kudos to you. All right, so I was like 18 at the time. I was working at Pizza Hut in a kind of affluent part of town called Ladera Ranch. It's in California, if you weren't sure. And there was this girl who revealed one day that she had ADHD, or maybe it was our coworker who revealed that because I remember they were best friends in high school. So I remember during the first shift or the first day of work, she did seem rather shy, nervous at times. Did experience like anxiety because of like customers and whatnot. And the very fact that it was her very first job, she never worked any job prior, it seemed. So one day, in a different shift, she kind of took the pizza cutter or uh, pizza, is it called pizza cutter or pizza cutter rocker, something like that? And she was kind of twisting and turning the handles, and she did it kind of rapidly, or maybe she kind of did it in a hard manner, or a little bit of both. And kind of parts of the pizza kind of slid around, so it looked a little bit funky, a little bit strange, a little bit unusual. They didn't look too bad in my view, honestly. Like if that was my pizza, I wouldn't freak out over it. But it's just a matter of perspective because people are sensitive when it comes to food. It's normal, especially fast food because it's not prepared by them. So, 20 minutes later, the customer who ordered this particular pizza arrived, and it was a lady in her mid late 30s, and so she lifted the box, and it was just one box of pizza she ordered, and she noticed like right away it did look a little bit funky, funny too. So what had happened? My coworker got really nervous, really tight, and I think even the color of her cheeks was starting to turn a little red, orange. You know, she was kind of flushed, and I was like, in my head, I had like a split second to make a decision. At first, I was like reluctant to interfere because that was her situation. She was kind of responsible for that incident, even though I know she clearly didn't mean it. It was just out of her motor control. But I told myself, okay, like during that split second, it was a sudden one I made. If I don't help her, I know she has ADHD. How would the customer react to her? Would the customer like freak out on her, accuse her of doing something to the pizza? Like, did you spit on my pizza? Like, what would Did you touch it with your fingers? What's going on? So because of that kind of subconscious thought I had, I immediately kind of interfered, and I said, "Oh, everything's fine, ma'am. She just accidentally slammed the pizza hard on the stand. That's all." And I said that I wasn't nervous. I said it something like this, but without sounding too nervous, kind of like a neutral tone, really calm as well. And the lady just made eye contact with me, just grabbed the pizza a second later and walked out the door. She wasn't angry. She didn't storm off. Just a neutral look of confirmation. And my coworker was suddenly relieved, like kind of had this sigh of relief. But then she didn't actually sigh, but she had that kind of sign of relief on her forehead. So the lesson of the story is, if you see a person is in trouble and they're not sure how to respond or what to do, they're really nervous, they're just freezing up, intervene. Try to help them because, if you don't, then maybe they might face trouble or something. And we don't want people to go through a tough time. That's it. I hope you guys liked it. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.